Hello, welcome back. This is turn 26 and the beginning of the war against Mictlan, I guess. Let's see. First of all, we finished some research. So, as you can see, we're now incredibly sort of achingly close to the next level of enchantment, which would give us a horde of skeletons. So if we just had 15 more research points, we'd have it next turn. As it stands, we'll have it in 2 turns. But we do have Cloud Trapeze now, so I can... this is essentially a teleport, right? I mean, I can teleport my mages around now, up to 5 provinces away, for the cost of 3 gems, which is really useful. So, research continues in that direction. We cast Dark Knowledge once and found nothing. Dark Knowledge twice, found nothing. Dark Knowledge is actually a unusually expensive spell, I think. Let me just check how much it is. I think it's like 3 gems? 4 gems, crazy expensive. So I'm only having 2 mages do it per turn. Then we caught this battle. This was Agartha attacking Xibalba's province. Looks like Xibalba's been wiped out, but then well, I guess there's a province over here. I'm not sure where Xibalba is centered actually. But we saw a couple of Agarthan units just taking it from province defense. It's not terribly interesting. But a couple of Earth Elementals were pretty buff. And one of these Agarthan mages, who's a Fire Earth Mage. And the Earth Elementals just trample everything. So there you go. Battle in Ferra, we lost a province to Mictlan again. And the battle in Belmar. Now Belmar was the province that we just took with our Pretender. So what he's doing now is he's chasing my Pretender, which is interesting. Then my Pretender took a province, of course. I'll just watch this because the one thing I was concerned about the last time we fought was that my Pretender was slowly building up a lot of fatigue. But now, of course, he has Summon Earth Power. Summon Earth Power gives him another rank in Earth Magic, which puts his protection up slightly higher, which is great. And it also gives him some reinvigoration. So now, I checked. We get to the end of the fight. He's moving, he's attacking, he's moving, he's attacking. And I still only have 3 fatigue. So as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much fatigue neutral, right? Let's check him now. He's 0. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's like even more powerful than the last time I fought. And I'm pretty sure the last time I fought him, he couldn't even hurt me. I mean, I realised he only had like 8 Jaguar Warriors that time. But he couldn't really hurt me, and now I don't even fatigue, so and I have even more hit points now, 144. So my regeneration will be 14 now. So I'm so confident about my Pretender now that I'm actually going to try and engage him. Because I think I'll win. I'm not certain, but I think I will. Anyway, there was also a battle at the fortress in Maverny. So before we talk about any further plans, let's see exactly how that went. Because this could have gone disastrously, right? Sieging forts always has the potential to go horribly wrong. So what do you think? What percentage of my army and my mages do you think I lost? There goes Storm. I've only had a lot of slightly less impressive boars than my Great Boar, but even so. Look at those thunder strikes. That's the good stuff. And there goes Mom, the Great Mother. So yeah. Wasn't the most difficult fight we've ever seen. So total losses were 10 medium warriors, 4 Furbolg slingers, which isn't bad, you know. That's the first player to be beaten, first player to leave the game. So Mom, the god of Maverny, has been permanently vanquished, At the end, she did not rule a single province, and she now has nowhere to return. And that just leaves us the random events we had this turn. So, unexpected event in Cunaral, +5 unrest. Unexpected event in Fomoria. We had another one of these peddlers trying to sell some gems. We bought them for 1 gold. So that's one of every, well, fire, water, earth, astral, and nature. And 2 water, in fact. It's not bad for 1 gold. And in Flower Meadow Forest, we actually had 11 astral pearls. It was pretty sick, but we don't actually use astral pearls. And speaking of astral pearls as well, now that we've taken Marverni, we get the Carnute site, which gives us 3 astral pearls, 2 earth gems, and 1 nature gem per turn, which is really cool. So our gem income is healthy right now. Very healthy. Okay, so what's happening this turn? First of all, the median champion is up for Moria next turn. He can start leading around a little army. My main Fort Siege army is just going to go Griffin Spires, Drek, and just sit on it. We should try and take that immediately. Because he does not, apparently, he does not have like a big fort busting stack anywhere. So I'm not sure he can even contest this. At Black Forest, I have a little army of just Furbolg warriors. I'm not sure how long these guys will last. If they accidentally bump into some jaguars, they'll die instantly. But so long as they're evasive, I'm going to try and recap stolen provinces with it. So they're attacking Rusty Badlands next time. And as I said, my Pretender is going to try and rush head on and hit Micklin's troops. If he tries to be clever, if he thinks I'm going to move to the Green Sink, so he moves to the Green Sink to catch me, then he does nothing and I gain the province. So either way, you know, it's fine. But I'd actually quite like to bump him, because I think I'll win. I'm pretty sure. It says he's got 60 units there, but I don't think that's correct, because I saw... oh well, it is actually 55 units, so I guess it is right. I don't think warriors or slaves are of any interest though at all. It's mainly just jaguars I'm interested, so really he has 22 units there. That's what he has there. Fuck 60 enemy units. So I'll try and hit that. And that's it for movements actually. The only things I'm recruiting are more Numidian warriors, and my mages of course. I need to get a lab, a temple up in Marverni at some point. Because my Dominion spread is pretty anemic, let's be honest. Yeah. It could be better. It could be better. But that's it for this turn. I'm the second to last person to take my turn this time, so I'm trying to rush through this and make sure I don't want to be last again. Micklin looks kind of big, I suppose. Although he has just taken my edge provinces, so that's making him look slightly larger. I don't think there's anything else to do. Haven't got the gold to do anything else anyway. My upkeep is getting serious now. 761 upkeep. That's all those furbolgs, I think. Anyway, end turn. I'll see you on turn 27. Hello. Let's get to it. Dark Knowledge, no sites. Dark Knowledge, no sites. But Nurse actually found 2 sites in Fungwood, which is unexpected. She found a Nature Air site, Cypress Forest, and another Air site, Copper Idol. So that was really lucky. Battle in Belmar. This was my Pretender attacking Belmar, and no resistance, so we took that. Also battling Griffin Spires. This was my huge army stack moving out. No resistance again. That's going to head straight to Drek now. And a battle in the Rusty Badlands, which was my new little army of Furbolgs, and again no resistance. We lost 1 Furbolg to Province Defense. But yep. So all in all, pretty straightforward. I can't remember if I've talked about my Pretender recently, but I'm pretty sure he can easily take on Jaguars now, just because he's fatigue neutral, and yeah, I think he'll be fine. I'm gonna try and bump into some Micklin units with him if I can, but it's gonna come down to luck more than anything. Unexpected event, Inspire Woods. 60 people left. Province income -3. And another event, Inspire Woods as well. Misfortune +3. And an event in Spring Spires. Population -70, death +1 from a famine. And my troops in Griffin Spires are starting to starve due to lack of supplies. That's a bit unfortunate. But I did notice that this province has a lot of death, which might affect the amount of supplies available. So I'm hoping that when we get to Drek there'll be more supplies there. If there aren't, that's a problem for me, but we'll have to see what we can do about that. I do have a couple of nature mages I could start moving in. And a scout died from a disease. Okay, so what are we doing this turn? Nurse is moving to Fairy Forest to search for some more Earth sites. My little Nemedian champion here is leading 40 Nemedian warriors, so quite a few actually, to Ashington. From there he can go to Searing Sands, Stinging Swamp, and then down into Micklin's territory here. So it's going to take him a couple of turns, but he'll get there eventually. My main army, of course, is attacking Drek, and hopefully they can survive the supplies. If not, I'll have to do something about that. Little army of Furbolgs is heading to Gilgad. I'm trying really hard to avoid armies with this army. He's got one here which could move to Balcoria, so I can't attack that. And he's got one in Ferro, which he could also move that to Gilgad. He's got troops in Drek that could also move to Gilgad. So I don't really have a good province to move into with this little army, unfortunately. But I'm just going to hit Gilgad and hope that that works out okay. And in Belmar, my pretender is moving to the Green Sink. I'm hopeful that here I can actually catch one of his armies, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't want to move to Balcoria because it's got a lot of dark candles. So I want to stay in provinces that either have my candles or are neutral, which the Green Sink is. And it's also adjacent to his capital, of course, so it'll be really annoying for him if I take that. That's it for movements, except that a lot of my mages are casting Cloud Trapeze now. They're all Cloud Trapezing to Griffin Spires, and from there they'll move on to Drek. But I might change that actually. At the moment the mages that I have Cloud Trapezing are the ones that either have Earth 3 or Death 3, and I might have to change it and send in some that have Nature 1 just for the supply bonus. So I'll think about that. Might be worth doing. Okay, let's send 2 more in. What they have Nature. Where is it? Cloud Trapeze to Griffin Spires, and Cloud Trapeze to Griffin Spires. So that'll just add a little bit more supplies. It's not a lot, but it should help. Risky business here in Marvoni is site searching, and I'm saving up my gold to build a temple in Marvoni next turn. And that's it for the turn. So research, we will have Horde of Skeletons next turn, finally, which is great. And then the rest of my research points are just going to go into Conjuration. And then we can start summoning Morrigans every turn. That's going to be the plan from here on out. Yep. So I'll leave it there. And I'll see you next time. Hello. Some stuff is happening, but I'm not happy. Let's get to this turn. First of all, a message from Micklin. Ow, why are you doing this? Please stop, my mouth hurts. Yep. Research an enchantment. So we finished enchantment. What did we just get? Oh yeah, of course, Horde of Skeletons. So we've got the big death skeleton spam spell now. So that's excellent. I've already scripted a lot of people to cast that next turn, so you'll be able to see that. Research now is just in Conjuration. We can finally get up to Morrigans and start using our death gems to summon these guys, which I'm excited for. Lots of people cast Cloud Trapeze. They are now in Griffin Spires, as you can see, and they are doing some stuff. We also cast Dark Knowledge and found nothing, and cast Dark Knowledge and found nothing. Risky Business searched sites in Marvoni. Yeah, I made him search sites last turn. It must have slipped my mind that the site he was in was Marvoni. And of course, capital provinces do not generally have hidden sites, so searching them is kind of a waste. I remember somebody explaining to me that there is actually an incredibly small, rare chance of a hidden site generating in your capital as a consequence of some obscure event. But that's like a 1 in a million chance that that's going to be the case. So I really didn't need to search for sites here. That was an accident. I should have either researched or preached. Either way, this turn he's now building a temple, as you can see. Battle in Green Sink, my pretender took another province from Mictlan. Battle in Jack, this is us attacking the fort there. So let's see how that went. As you can see, just a lot of PD, nothing too scary. I hadn't given any more gems out, so nobody cast Storm, so I'm not sure what the scripts will do. Oh, Horde of Skeletons, I guess, and Windrunner. Right. But we have no problems with a small amount of province defense, as you can see. And it's nice to see Horde of Skeletons in action. Look at everything from like where my square is here, right the way back. This is all skeletons. And I've only got 4 sorceresses in this fight, bear in mind. So we can pump out a lot of skeletons now with that spell. Anyway, didn't lose much. We lost a Wolf Tribe Warrior, and somehow we lost 1 Numidian Warrior, but oh well. And then a battle in Gilgad, which was, we sort of attacked this province, with the expectation that Mictlan might block it, and apparently he did. I'm not going to watch it because it's pretty straightforward. Jaguar Warriors chew through furbogs, as you can see. So here we didn't gain a province here. We failed that maneuver, but we did take the Green Sink and we did take the land around Drek's fort. Then we had 2 unexpected events in Griffin Spires, as you can see. One was disease is spreading, and the other one is disease is spreading. So Griffin Spires, not a healthy place to be. That's the province that I said has death scales, strangely, so it probably has some kind of death site here. It's causing misery. And then we had a gigantic event in Kaz Dupar. Check this out. I won't read all this, you can sort of pause the video and read it all, but basically there are rumours spreading about some old king who used to live in this province, who sapped the life out of the land and destroyed it so that he could prolong his life and stuff like that. It's spreading death +2 and unrest +2. And for my money, right, I'm about to sneeze, so I'm going to sneeze and then cut the video. Okay, hello. For my money, I think that means Kaz Dupar is going to have some kind of death site in it, right? Because this is a gigantic event. I've never seen anything like this before. I think there's going to be a death site somewhere in Kaz Dupar. So that's something to bear in mind. So Kaz Dupar and Griffin Spires, I think, have death sites. The entrance to the fortification in Drek has already been breached, so it just took 1 turn, which is great. And it's really important for us because there's still a lack of supplies in Drek, so we're getting diseased troops from being there. Okay, so what's happening this turn? Right. So Nurse is searching for sites in Fairy Forest. Earth sites, because we've already searched for with the death site searching spell. In Fomoria we're not doing much, just casting Dark Knowledge a bit. Totally unnecessary drilling here is going to do some paratrooper shit. He's casting Cloud Trapeze on the hole, right? So I'm going to Cloud Trapeze this guy into the hole, because it has my Dominion, so even if he dies it doesn't matter because he's immortal. Does Y work here? No, okay. And he's just scripted to cast Horde of Skeletons. Just Horde of Skeletons, Horde of Skeletons, Horde of Skeletons. Over and over again. And I think that should be sufficient to retake this province from these Ettins. Not certain, but I think so. And that's important to us because it is an 81 income province, which is huge. So we do want that back. So, drilling. Good luck, sir. We're also casting Dark Knowledge, of course, and Eranak here is also casting Cloud Trapeze. She is moving to the Black Forest. And the reason she's going there is so that she can cast the Death Site searching spells on Kaz Dupar and on Griffin Spires, because as I just said, they probably have Death Sites. Not certain, but I think at least one of them is going to have at least 1 Death Site. So she's moving there because currently it's out of range. So she's going there just to cast the Site searching spell. Sealan is leading the Numidian Warriors still, Searing Sands. From there we'll go to... we might take Silverham, because, I mean, Elmo's pretty much out, so who cares. Take Silverham, go through Glistening Forest, and then we'll be able to attack these provinces. So it's going to take a few turns, but, you know, map move 1, what can you do? Commander here, because we lost in Gilgad, the commander who fought the battle in Gilgad is leading the handful of troops he has left back to the Black Forest to pick up some new troops. My Pretender, I'm just going to have my Pretender defend these provinces and hope to get attacked by Mictlan at some point. So currently he's just moving to Belmar. I just want to get attacked. I'm pretty sure my Pretender can easily wipe these little groups of Jaguars. So I'm just going to linger in this area and protect the territorial gains that I've made and hopefully crush an army. There's another army here as well. Maybe I should just sit in this province. Yeah, the only province he could attack from there is... Alright, let's move. Let's just defend this province, actually. Try and catch this army instead. Because there's only a 50-50 chance here, whereas this one is... That's the only enemy province he can attack, so... we'll just defend the Green Sink for now with my Pretender. And the main army, of course, is storming the castle. So I've changed the scripts around quite a lot here. As you can see, they mostly just cast Horde of Skeletons now. The Furbolgs who are totally useless are these guys who just have Earth 1, Air 1. So I've set those up to summon an Elemental, and then summon Storm Power, and then cast Gift of Flight. Because I thought that might be interesting to sort of give some of my troops flight. The Nature guys cast Tangle Vines. Not Vine Arrow, because Vine Arrow does damage, and I don't want it reflected, so they cast Tangle Vines. More Horde of Skeletons, Tangle Vines. More Gifts of Flight. Storm, just for the Air 1 guys to cast Gift of Flight, and then more Horde of Skeletons. Smite, or maybe the Smites are a mistake as well. Because my Prophet only has 5 hit points in Enemy Dominion, of course. So let's change this to Divine Blessing, why not? And then Sermons of Courage, I guess. More Gifts of Flight, more Gifts of Flight, more Gifts of Flight. And the units are now set to hold an attack instead of just attack, so they can wait till some skeletons get in front of them, and they can also linger for some Gift of Flight as well. So that's how that's set up now. Some of the mages are moving into Drek, and 4 of the mages are attacking Gifa. So I thought I'd just set these. I think 4 mages just casting Horde of Skeletons should be able to take undefended provinces. I'm pretty sure. That's probably overkill as well, but like, it's the first time I've done stuff like this, so you know, I'm just making sure. But these 4 mages here are going to attack Gifa, and I should probably rename everybody off camera so that if they get into the Hall of Fame, they'll have wonderful names. So I'll do that later. But they're attacking Gifa. So I think that's everything I'm doing this turn. I've showed off research already. There's lots of people quadrupeding around, lots of mages moving around, storming a fort. Pretender is defending. Confor is picking up some troops. Yeah, that's everything I'm doing this turn. Okay, but I said at the start of the turn I was unhappy. Do you know why I'm unhappy? Because Mictlan, played by Alumnus Post, piece of shit, has gone fucking AI for some reason. Like, what the fuck, bro? He's still huge. I don't understand. I'm so fucking salty about this. Like he's in the game. I don't, like, it's so confusing to me, and it's like really upsetting to me, because I was looking forward to it, like, fighting against a human player in a big war where he's got like these really dangerous sacred units that I have to be careful about, and he just fucking throws in the towel like a piece of shit. I'm gonna send a message about this motherfucker. Mictlan has gone AI with like 20 provinces. Fuck that guy. Unbelievable. So fucking rude. Anyway, that's the end of the turn. So, enjoy me trying to fight a fucking AI player next turn, blah 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 blah. So fucking angry. Hello, good morning and welcome to turn 29. Message from me, we saw that. Researching conjuration completed. What does this give us? I don't remember. Oh, Barghests. I might try summoning some of them, why not? They're just big dogs. Then again, we need all the death gems we have for when we get Morrigans. Nothing else too interesting here. Summoned wyverns, griffins, lamashtas and shade beasts. I'm not sure if these are any use to us. Anyway. We cast Dark Knowledge, found no sights. Eranet cast Cloud Trapeze, she moved to nearer to those two suspected death provinces. And totally unnecessary drilling, did some paratrooper shit in the hull, as you can see. So we'll get to that. And then Keely cast Dark Knowledge and found no sights. Okay, let's see how drilling did. Some behind enemy line shit right here. So these are the Ettins. I've seen these in a previous game actually. They hit pretty hard, but they're also huge, which means they can get surrounded very easily. And if there's one thing that drilling is good at, it's surrounding people, because check out all these skeletons. He just doesn't stop. 84 fatigue, you can get 2 more out I think. Yep, 98 fatigue. And that's his limit. Oh no, he's back down to 97. Alright. Anyway, I don't know why that replay just ended there, but I didn't press anything. But yeah, so we conquered that province quite easily. The last Partholonian is pretty baller. Some nice work, dude. So that gives us that province back, that gives us 81 income, so that is a really important province to keep hold of, I think. Nurse, search for sites, didn't find any. Battling Gifa. Which one was this? Oh right, this was, I had a force of just sorceresses attacking Gifa. I just spoiled the outcome, but yeah, same sort of thing as drilling was doing. These guys also cast a few gifts of flight though, so that we've got flying skeletons. Yeah, flying skeletons. Unfortunately, Mictlan has a strong priest. Is it this guy? He's blessed. Oh, these guys, I guess. No. Oh, priest level 1. Okay, that banishment's not that powerful actually. Look at all these skeletons! Crazy amounts of skeletons. Alright, so we took Gifa as well with our skeleton attack. Alright, then Mictlan attacked us in Jurek before we stormed the fortress, and I was kind of worried about when I saw this because I thought, oh no, I hope they didn't use all the gems in this battle and then not have them for this battle. So let's see how it went. Dun dun dun. Fortunately, my mages were smart enough not to waste Storm and summon Air Elementals on this fight. So they resorted to slimes, as you can see. Which is good, I'm a fan of slime, you know. Big slime fan over here. A lot of my skeletons get stuck behind the Nemedian warriors, and what I was hoping would happen was that they'd file through the Nemedian warriors while the Nemedian warriors were on hold, but they just get caught behind them instead. So that was a slight oversight in my positioning. But every mistake is an education, as they say. I'll put it on turbo. So, straightforward sort of. My blob of units walks into his line of units, and blobs prevail. Which is why I love slime so much, I guess. What is this guy? What are you doing, bro? Samog! Shout outs to Samog. Alright. So how did that go? Well, we lost 20 Furbog warriors, 5 Nemedian warriors, and a slinger. Which isn't too bad. And then there was the siege of the fortress proper, or storming of the fortress proper. So this is the this one had even fewer units, I think, but more mages, so might be riskier. But we did have our storm in this battle, which means we did have some air elementals as well. These little baby air elementals. They've only got 8 hit points and no protection, but they are ethereal, I believe. Where is that? Maybe they're not, maybe I'm lying. Oh yeah, ethereal. So they're actually quite hard to hit anyway. And they're flying. They got storm power, I didn't even realise they had storm power, so that's kind of cool. So you can see the Jaguars can't actually hit them. But they, was that blood reflect? I think they were taking blood reflect damage maybe? I don't know. But as they take damage they shrink, I think. Anyway, what's going on back here? Well, back here, our troops are now falling in through the main door. I cast Gift of Flight a few times, but nobody seems to take flight. And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's a storm. So, all that stuff I was talking about, casting Gift of Flight to have flying skeletons and stuff was a huge waste of time, because I totally forgot that storms prevent you from flying. Like, that didn't cross my mind. So if you were wondering whether or not I would realise that, yeah, I realised it, but I didn't realise it until I actually watched the fight. So there you go. Did this guy just get paralysed? What was that? Or turn to stone or something? I can't even select him, I don't think. That's fascinating, I wonder what did that. He's facing backwards as well, I wonder what... That's so odd. Anyway, the only upset in this fight, which I don't know if you saw or not, but as soon as my prophet went off script, he cast Smite, and the Smite hit a Blood Blessed unit and reflected the damage, and he died instantly. So, yeah, we lost a Druid as well somehow, but yeah, we also lost... The Furbolg Champion was my prophet. He killed himself smiting for our god. Never forget. So that was unfortunate. I should really have just moved him all the way back to the very back of the field. I changed his script to cast Summon of Courage, which was correct, but I should have probably just moved him all the way back instead, which would have been more correct. Anyway, then we got unexpected events in Belmar and Spring Spires. Belmar, a handful of gems have been found in the shards of a broken mirror. Spring Spires, a handful of gems have been found in the shards of a broken mirror. And then, as if all this wasn't enough, we got the coolest fucking hero ever, Balor the High King. I love this guy. I got him on like turn 2 in a test game once, and this guy is sick. Mainly because, well, I mean, he's an amazing spellcaster in his own right. He's got Earth 3, Death 4, Priest 3, Holy 3, I guess. He's got Fear, he's Sacred, he's amphibious, you can take underwater provinces with him, and he gives water breathing to troops, and he sails. He's just all around awesome. But as if all that wasn't enough, he's got a Gaze of Death. This is a 100% precision, range 20, AoE 5, fucking death ray. This thing is sick. It just wipes out huge groups of units when he looks at them. I love this guy. He can solo cap provinces really easily, even when they've got like large amounts of PD. He just looks at it and they just fucking vanish. He's by far my favourite hero I've ever seen in this game. So I've given him the bone armor and the Starshine skull cap, and he's set to immediately Cloud Trapeze to Farah here. That is the end of the messages, isn't it? Yeah, that's the end of the messages. So let's get to what we're doing on this turn. Nurse's Sight Searching. Balor the High King, who I might just leave named Balor unless I can come up with something really cool for him, because he's just Balor the High King. He's Cloud Trapezing to Farah, easily capping that province on his own. I love this dude. And my 2 Sight Searchers are still casting Dark Knowledge. I've scripted him to cast Horde of Skeletons once. That might just be unnecessary though. I might just have him set to just no orders. Or well, I guess I can't have him on no orders because I don't want him casting spells. I want him Death Raying. So currently he's Horde of Skeletons and then Fire, which I think is enough. Lots more movements going on. Totally unnecessary drilling, of course. He took the hole, so he's heading back. He only has to move 2 squares to Caves of Madison and Black Forest, and then he can Cloud Trapeze again. So it's not as long a journey as I thought it might be. Sealin here, moving his troops into Omos territory. Might as well cap it. I don't think he's gonna he's not going to do anything with it, is he? So we'll take that from Ermor, and then we'll continue down towards Mictlan. Or we might actually need to bring these units over to the siege, since I lost quite a few units in the battles of Drek. Maybe. Because I don't want to be stuck sieging Mictlan for, 10 turns again like I was with Malverne, so... either way, he could take an indirect route though. He could cap Assandius, and then Hynaf, and then move that direction, I suppose. My Pretender, I was going to attack Mammoth Grove, but then I saw this huge stack of Zabalban units, and I thought they might be attacking Mammoth Grove. So... I don't want to risk bumping him. Not when I have an alternative sort of province that I could attack. Could also go that direction, I suppose. But then that might get attacked from Agartha that I can't see as well. So this looks like the safest one. Maybe. If Mictlan moves any units out, it's only going to be a small number. So I don't really fear it that much. So yeah, I'm moving my Pretender into Balcoria. The big army stack is moving to Gilgad. And some of the mages, the sorceresses, are attacking Gaeta. And the Sorceress Strike Squad over here are attacking the Royal Forest. So we have a group of Sorks attacking the Royal Forest, and we have a group of Sorks attacking Gaeta, and we have Baelor the High King attacking Farah. My priestly unit here, Risky Business, is heading to Duek to build the temple. So we should hold all this land next turn, and hopefully Balcoria as well. That'll just sort of wipe out Mictlan's northern provinces entirely. And we can turn our attention towards just walking into his capital. So that's gone quite well for us, actually. Really would like to get a temple up in Duek, because there's so many dark candles around here. And it would be nice to have some friendly candles to make good use of drilling, doing more paratrooper shit. I thoroughly enjoyed attacking the hole like that. Okay, only other thing to mention is that I showed that huge event that I got in Kasdipar to some people, and they said, oh, that might be the start of the Necromancer story chain. And I said, what's the Necromancer story chain? And they said, you might want to defend Kasdipar, Mew. That might be good advice for you to follow. You might want to move some units into Kasdipar and defend it, because it might get attacked by King of the Skeletons soon. And I said, okay then. So I spent all my gold this turn on province defense for Kasdipar. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know. This is, just to remind you, this is the huge event we got in this province last turn. And apparently it signifies that King of the Skeletons is coming. So province defense is now 30 in this province. It was already 16 from an event a while back. So I spent like 300 gold getting it up to 30. And then I'm just moving whatever troops I can into Kasdipar, which is basically just this stack of mages plus a couple of furbolgs. You'll remember that I cloud trapezed Eranak into this province to cast Dark Knowledge. Well, instead she's now moving into Kasdipar, and she can manually site search next turn, I guess. Although there are a few death sites that require death 3, so I'll have to cast the spell at some point. But she can manually site search, and in the meantime she can help defend this province. So this is what's heading the magic defense squad, plus some furbolgs, plus 30 province defense, for whatever might happen here. And it could be I'm being trolled, it could be that nothing is going to happen here. That's possible, sure. But I'll take the warning seriously for now. And we will expect to see a mega fucker appear in Kasdipar at some point. And hopefully we can defend it. So that's it for this turn. Quite a lot of movements happening. We're attacking several provinces. We're attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces this turn. And hopefully we take them all. Total income currently is 1808. Let's see what that ends up at next turn if we succeed in all of those battles. I think that's everything. Alright, I'm going to end turn. Exciting stuff. Would be even more exciting if my opponent in Mictlan was a human being, but you know. Hello, I believe this is turn 30. So this will be the end of the video. And lots of battles, as you can see. And also I renamed Baelor Baller, because that was the only name that made sense. Alright, messages. Ermor, This is in response to the message I sent about Micklin. So apparently Irma sent him some nice things, I guess because Irma was about to be wiped out. Abyssia says, that's really fucking rude. Too right it is. And Tinanog says, looks like most of Micklin's lands were swamps. Maybe he thought he was in a bad position. Tinanog, of course, probably has stealthy glamoured units all over the place. Mies has cast Dark Knowledge, and we found one site in the Woods of Weeping. This is a fucked up site. Animal Cemetery. A death mage may enter to summon a carrion beast. So, yeah, we might try doing that. Why not? We've got some death mages hanging around. And Keeley also cast Dark Knowledge, but no new sites were found. They made a lot of battles, okay. So let's remind us where these all were. Farah! Farah was baller, para-dropping in, and taking the province effortlessly. Unfortunately, there aren't really many units to show off what he does, but puts out some skeletons, throws 2 javelins, and then he uses a death ray. You can kind of see it there at the back doing the 17 and the 16 damage. But yeah, that was pretty easy for Baller. No big deal at all. Valkyria, my god. Again, pretty straightforward battle. Small group of enemies. No real risk. But we'll just check it out. We haven't seen our god fight for a while. And this fight was easier than normal because he only has to kill 1 unit, the commander, and then that's it. Instant rout. Alright then. Gilgad. Where was Gilgad? Gilgad was my big army. Lots of province defense in this province, and 2 mages who we killed. Interestingly enough, my mages decided that this little army here was scary enough that they should all use their gems. So we did a storm, we summoned the air elementals, everything, the whole shebang, just to kill these little units. So that's nice, isn't it? And as you can see, kind of overkill. We storm over everything, and that is that. So I'm a bit annoyed that they decided to do that, but you know, whatever. Fortunately, we are carrying enough gems to easily replenish that, so it's not a huge deal. Royal Forest. This was my sorceress attack squad, and as you can see, we actually lost a sorceress. So that was unfortunate for us. But I don't know, just got a bit unlucky. The guy is really, really adamant about firing arrows at the back sorceress, as you can see. Arrow, arrow, arrow. That one actually hits and knocks off Glamour, or Mirror Image rather, and then the next one kills her. So that was unfortunate. I guess I got a bit cocky about sending these mages around on their own. And Gaeta was the side province. Same kind of thing happened in Gaeta. My mage got hit by an arrow, but then she immediately retreated, so she ended up in Jack. The reason I sent these 3 to Gaeta were actually because they were already afflicted quite horribly. And the mage in Duek actually is diseased now and gonna die. One of the other mages is also diseased and gonna die. And the last mage I don't think is diseased. No, she's just frightened. But that battle went pretty much the same. You see that lucky arrow instantly takes off Mirror Image and she bolts. But other than that, we clean up quite easily. And battling Silverham, my Nemedian warriors, you might as well watch it because you've watched all the others. My Nemedian warrior squad just wiped out a little bit of province defense, and we took this province from Ermor. So lots of battles, and all of them were victories, although we did lose a mage, which is unfortunate, but there you go. That just brings us to random events. So unexpected event in Spire Woods, magic +1, from an old man clad in green, seen wandering the woods. Unexpected event in Marverni, we gained a lightless lantern, so I'll just show you this. This is a research booster, but it is tainted, which means that if you equip it, you might get horror marked. But that is a small price to pay to put 12 additional research on a Furbolg, so we will be doing that. Unexpected event in the hole. Magic site is found. And I thought, oh, what a great... I'm so glad we retook the hole. We got a magic site. But it turned out to just be an iron mine, which is 40 additional resources, which is not too interesting to us. And finally, an unexpected event in Fungwood. A magical bird of wondrous colours has been found. Small gems were hidden in its feathers. 2 water gems and 1 earth gems. Okay, so that was a lot of stuff. What are we doing this turn? Well, Nurse is searching the final province, Spirewoods, before she heads home for good. My Nemedian warriors over here, heading towards Miklan's territory now. I think they will definitely need to take part in the siege because we really don't have that many units sieging. And I really don't want to be stuck there for, 10 turns again. Like we were with Marverni. Totally unnecessary drilling is finally out of the caves. He can return to Black Forest and then we can figure out what we want to do with him next. Just while I remember, let's give this guy the Lightless Lantern. 23 research, nice. Okay. These guys are all searching Kesdupar. I'm still just going to defend this province for a few turns until something happens. I have no reason to doubt that I've been informed correctly. That something is going to happen here soon. So we'll just search for sites. I'm having everybody search for sites, which is overkill, but what else are they going to do, right? But, hopefully we get attacked there and it isn't a waste. Other movements, we have our cleric here, moving into Direct to build a temple next turn. Our side squad of sorceresses are heading to Drek, and from there they will join the siege of Miklan. The sorceresses in Gaeta, well, one of them at least, the other one's going to die slowly of disease, but these mages are also heading towards the siege of Miklan. Borlo, the High King, is definitely heading to Miklan. And my Pretender's heading back south. I'm not going to attack Miklan with my Pretender. He's down to 83 hit points now. That will be even lower if we start sieging Miklan, because look at all those dark candles. So my Pretender's just going to head south, going to attack Mammoth Grove, Henaf, and whatever else that my Nemedian warriors don't grab. Yeah, so he was just on cleanup duty. And everyone else in the province of Gilgad here, the whole army, is attacking Miklan, and we'll siege them this turn. I don't expect to have any problems with the province defense, but you never know. I have given them gems again, and I don't mind if they cast big spells this time, because I think Miklan PD in their fort might have some sacred units, and they'll probably have a priest as well. So it's okay if they blow gems. And Ardor here is still carrying, I think, 13 or 11 gems. He still has 11 gems, so he has enough for everybody to let them all cast air elementals and storm and stuff. So that's fine with me. And that's it for this turn, actually. Research is, as always, we are slowly making our way towards Morrigan's. I was looking at some of the other stuff we get, and there's some cool sounding spells, but most people don't recommend casting any of them, so the advice I got was save air gems for air elementals, and that's about it. So okay, Springhawks look kind of cool. I might just do a couple of Springhawks if my air gem income gets really high. I don't see why not. On the topic of gems, I do have a lot of gems I could use to empower somebody in either fire, water, or astral, but I was trying to see what would be most useful, and I couldn't actually find anything that was that interesting. But it's something to remember. Because the only gems I really have use for, I'm going to have use for death gems for Morrigans, and air gems are always going to be useful for, casting battlefield spells and things like that. But the other gems I don't really have much use for yet. I can always alchemize pearls as well, of course. So we'll have to try and find a use for these. Maybe something to do with forging would be the most straightforward use for them. And that's it for this turn. So, yeah. I guess I'll see you on the next turn, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't think I've missed anything. But let me know if I have, even though it'll be weeks before I even see it. That's just how it works. Don't blame me.